Hey April, if you have your sound on, do me a favor and let me know if the music is too quiet to hear, because I'm trying new music setup. And when I recorded that Animal Crossing video, I didn't know that the audio was going to be like basically inaudible. So I'm just trying to figure out what level to, when I set background music like this manually, what level to put it at on my program. Oops, let's not do that. I wish there was a way to... Oh, you can do that. Huh. Okay, let's try that. Music is good. Like, can you hear it clearly, or is it like super, super, super quiet to the point where you can barely hear it? Like, I want it to be somewhat audible, especially like because once I get drawing, I usually get kind of quiet, so I just don't want it to be like total silence. The dogs are in a very hectic mood this afternoon. They are causing all kinds of havoc. They're running around, they're barking at nothing, they're fighting each other, they're jumping on each other, they're climbing all over the sofa. Like, I don't know what they're doing. Gemma had to have some stuff put in her ears and on her nose for treatment, and I don't think she's a fan. I think she's like being a little naughty to be like, how dare you take me to the vet and give me medicine. I can hear it. Well, I can hear it clearly when you're not talking. When you aren't talking, I can hear you clearly. So, does that mean I should turn it up, or I should leave it as it is? Because I'm not hearing what you guys are hearing, so it's hard for me to judge what's good. And I guess when more people come in, they can complain if it's too loud or too quiet. I can always fix it, but I'm just trying to get it like kind of set up before the fact, because I always forget these things at the beginning, and then I go an hour in and I go, oh shit, I meant to roll this music and I never did. And then it's like that stream is over. I mean, I don't want it to be like blastingly loud, but I want it to be obvious that there's music. I only started the stream a couple minutes early just so I could kind of work out this setup since it's still kind of new. I just want to make sure that it shows up correctly before I have people coming in. I obviously bumped in the Discord if people want to play Jackbox, and I will drop lobby codes when we get to that on there. If I can, I want to do both Drawful and TKO if we get enough lobby people. It's just a matter of who shows up. I know Marcy said that after like 5:30 my time she's off work and she doesn't stream tonight, so she might pop in if she actually checks her Discord. Bear might come. I saw him respond to the post, so I don't know about anybody else. Cap usually swings by later when she's off work. She works until like 7 my time, so she might be in at the end of the stream, which is fine because we're saving Jackbox for the later part of the stream anyways. I would leave it as is. I know I'm sound sensitive, so it's possibly that slightly louder is okay too. Okay. Oh yeah, we'll play it by ear. If people come in and they're like, hey, I can't hear the music, I'll turn it up a little bit. But yeah, I figure I just try and get everything kind of settled before we get going. I'm hoping to be able to do 3 hours today. If we only go 2, yeah, then it's whatever. But I'd like to go 3. But like the last stream, or the last community stream last week, nobody showed up. You can't really do a community stream with no community. It makes it a little tricky. If you guys want me to end up drawing Pokemon longer, we can do that, depending on how I feel. Because part of it is also just physically, like how my cough is and how I feel headache-wise. Because this week's been really bad with the COVID headaches, so... I ate lunch earlier, so food-wise, I'm okay. I drank my 30 ounces of water in my giant cup that I have. I have more water, and I have a whole kettle for water for tea as well, so I have just made a hot cup of tea, but it's really hot. So yeah, this is a, the music today is like one of those lo-fi and chill things that I fucking hate. Honestly, I do. I mean, I'm not a music person in the first place, so if I actively can't stand something, like, that's pretty bad. But, like, I can't stand the whole, like, YouTube lo-fi and chill thing. And I know some people use it just for sleep or for, like, background sound when they're, like, studying or, you know, stuff like that. But in terms of, like, actual background music to, like, listen to, I'm not a big fan of that whole trend. Hey, Cap. Welcome. I assume you'll be lurking until later. I was just talking about if the music is too loud or too quiet, then to let me know and I'll adjust it. But this is a lo-fi and chill Pokemon track, and it's like an hour long. I've never listened to it before. I've got my headphones on, so I can hear it, but I can hear it much louder than you guys can hear it. I don't listen to these sorts of things, so it's not like I have a go-to list. I figured we would start off with Pokemon tonight, and then later on in the evening when more people get off work and whatnot, we would switch over to Drawful and to TKO, as long as people are around and interested. I was just telling April, some people on the Discord expressed interest, and some people had DM'd me that they were interested. But like last week when people DM'd me that they were interested and then never showed up, we'll play it by ear. I would like to go 5 to 8. If we only go 5 to 7, it is what it is, but it's hard to do Jackbox with no one showing up, and after the first incident, I'm not opening it up to the public, so that's one thing. Nobody new messaged me today about it, so the same amount of people are aware that was last week, so it's 5 o'clock, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna run this the same way we ran last week's Pokememe stream, which is, okay, for a second that wasn't showing up and I was getting worried. You can use the suggestion box here on Twitch, not in chat, literally in the suggestion box. You have the option, for right now anyways, to either drop a Pokemon name, just the name, nothing else, no description or anything, just the name, or any version from any of the various games, their Pokedex entry, like copy and paste their Pokedex entry into the Twitch suggestion box. I have to approve it, and then it'll show up in the suggestion box, and then I will be going through them. I try to go through them as close to chronological order as I can. If there's repeats or similar ones, or there's one that jumps out at me, I might jump on it first, but I will eventually get to all of the ones that are in the suggestion box, because they stay as long as I don't delete them. So the ones from last week that didn't get deleted by me, I think are still there. I'm going to open my end of the suggestion box and take a look at what's there. Right now there's only one in my end of the suggestion box, but the suggestion box is always a little buggy and requires refreshing on my end. So if I don't see your suggestion like immediately, you can like be like, check the box, but I'm trying to check it regularly. I don't think I can check it on mobile, because that would make it a little bit easier for my setup, but we're working with what we've got right now. Right now on screen, we have the results of last week's Pokememe stream, and I have my cursor, I believe, turned on. Hold on, let me let me turn this lamp on so I can see a little bit, because it's dark when I have this set up. Okay, try not to be right in my eyeball, that would be wonderful. Nope, that's not what I want. Okay, so in no particular order, I did just like a practice Pikachu up here, like just a little. Can you see my cursor? That's a good question. Do I have my cursor turned off? Uh-oh, that might be a problem. Hold on. Do I have my cursor turned off? Do I have my cursor turned off? Because I don't see it on here. Yeah, it says capture cursor. Okay, let me refresh it. Maybe it's just not showing up on my end. Why is... Can you guys see my cursor on the ketchup bottle moving around? Because it's not showing on my end. And I have it turned on. Uh-oh. What the heck? Is it because I'm in another window? Okay, there we go. I see. Alright. Sorry. Like I said, new setup. Problem fix. Hey there, Schnadrak. Okay, yeah. Problem solved. Okay, so we did a practice Pikachu. We did a little Mimi practice Haunter just for shits and giggles. And then, based on either the name or the Pokedex description, these are the other results that we got. And I put the original Pokemon next to it so that people would have any fucking idea what I was going for. This was the only one. These two, I'd say, were the only ones I was kind of, or maybe this one too. I mean, he's a garbage bag. He's got a face and he's a garbage bag, and he's green. So I was pretty close on that one. Obviously, this one I knew what it was. This is one of the few Pokemon I actually know by name. This one, I mean, it's a blue frog with yellow eyes. That's, it's pretty cute. I got bird out of this one just because of the word beak being in the description. Obviously, these two, not remotely close. This one, I mean, it's a salamander, and it's kind of gay-looking, and it's very flamboyant. When I say gay-looking, I can say that. I'm gay. I can say gay-looking lizard. I put sparkles and rainbow fire on it. But this thing right here, the original, is concerning. Lucario is still the best one. Your Salazzle is definitely better than the canon one. I mean, this looks more like a normal creature, right? Like, I mean, it's a rainbowy lizard. It's nothing crazy about it besides that it's got like a rainbow thing on its back. Otherwise, it's just kind of a boring lizard. But yeah, so that was last week's batch. Now, I have already queued up for a second thing here. Let me change my... let's use the rainbow one, why not? So, this doesn't make any sense. Last week it was making me click and drag, and now it's just letting me do it without clicking. Okay, whatever. But yeah, feel free to start dropping names or Pokedex entries into the suggestion box, and I will start working on them in a moment. And if you need me to adjust the music level, you can let me know. And as with all the streams in January, and for 2021 in general, we are fundraising. And that's in chat. The do good command brings up those links. And that's what is the current 2 campaigns we're running. Even though technically April's isn't a Tiltify account because her nonprofit isn't on Tiltify at present, maybe in the future. But for right now, I'm just linking directly to her donation page. So she does run an actual nonprofit. It's not like a GoFundMe or whatever if people think it's that. It's literally, she legally runs a nonprofit. So you can drop do good for that, for those links, and also the links are down below here on Twitch. The VODs from all of these streams are archived on my Ko-fi page, and also if you're a Ko-fi supporter, you've noticed that there's been a few exclusive videos that have gone up in the past couple of days, and April should know because she watched them, I know, but I did one video where I drafted the new layout of my Animal Crossing island on Happy Island Designer, and that was a mess, but I did it for a video. And then I also did a video starting up the second act of that, which is basically I created a second character and set up their house, and I was like, oh, I'm getting ahead, so like I can just start doing things. But I forgot to make the fucking cliff before I placed his house, so I'm gonna have to move his fucking house twice, which is so annoying. In other good Animal Crossing news that happened today, I finally, after what feels like an eternity, got Audie's picture, which means she's gonna be fucking evicted. I can't wait to kick her out, and April is going to adopt her, and it's going to be grand. Because I don't want Audie in my town, and I only brought her in because April wanted her. So that'll be soon. So we'll be seeing a little shift up in the villagers and in the design of my island if you're not a coffee supporter. I'll drop that link in chat. All of my VODs from all of my streams go there, as well as the final canvases from these drawing streams. All these drawings go up there for supporters. You can support for as little as $1. You can support monthly like a regular Twitch subscription. It's all there. And I'm also introducing regular discounts in my Etsy shop for all of my coffee supporters. As soon as my restock in the beginning of February happens, that coupon will go live. So Etsy restock at the beginning of February. I've been working on some stuff this month to put in the shop for February. And then coupon will go live for coffee supporters. And you don't have to support every month. You can literally support once and you get 30 days of access to everything that's exclusive. So if you want to donate $1 and ride that $1 for 30 days, you can do that. And all those donations are just as much as appreciated as any other Twitch donation or cheer or whatever. April said she's not going to lie that she's loving the coffee exclusives. I'm glad to hear it. And I have other ideas, like I've said in those videos, that I have other ideas for things to come up. I just haven't either gotten the setup ready for them yet, or don't have the equipment for them yet. Okay, let's see. Let me pull up my other window. I have too many windows at one time. Whoa, why is this flashing? Why is it flashing at me? Don't flash at me. Okay, let me refresh this because, as usual, it's being lame. It's my only complaint about suggestion box. Okay, so right now the only thing in the suggestion box is Scraggy. Now, I think I do know what Scraggy is. I don't remember, like, what he looks like 100%, but I want to say I do know what Scraggy is. Scraggy's, like, I don't know if he's a lizard or some kind of reptile, and he looks like he's wearing baggy pants. Hey Bear, welcome. So, if you're on mobile, the suggestion box button is on the top right-hand corner of the chat window. If you have the chat window open, it looks like a little folder with the number 2 on it, or a little box with the number 2 on it. It's kind of hard to see on mobile size, honestly. And if you're on desktop, then it is down below the video. There's a huge window that says suggestion box, and it's got "Who's that Pokemon" written on it. So Scraggy is the one we currently have. Now, I think I know what a Scraggy is, so I don't know it 100% like by memory, but we're just gonna go for it. So, also, I had mentioned that Drawfee does a bunch of stuff like this on their channel, on YouTube and on Twitch. And today they actually released a new Pokemon themed one that is drawing Pokemon just from their back sprites from like the old games. And it's literally like the back sprites, which if you've never played a Pokemon game, there's front sprites and there's back sprites. So obviously when you're using a Pokemon, you see its back, and if you're fighting a Pokemon, you see its front, which makes sense. But if you look at especially the older ones, the old back sprites for Pokemon are fucking wild. So it's really funny to see people interpret just those. I didn't watch the video because, like I said, I'm trying to avoid as much external Pokemon imagery as possible while I'm doing these streams. Because even though my memory is not going to, like, memorize all of these Pokemon, and, you know, by watching one video, if I watch a lot of them, I feel like I'll remember too much. So I remember he kind of looks like... I'm just trying to fill in a blob right now, and then I'll do the line work and the details and stuff. And I'm using Microsoft Whiteboard, which is a free app you can get on mobile and or on desktop. And you can also invite people to the canvas and share the canvas with somebody or with multiple people. It's meant for like work presentations, not really for art, which is why it doesn't have a lot of drawing features. But it's also a lot easier computing-wise for streaming than it is like opening up Photoshop or Illustrator or something like that. I don't know if he has like... I guess he's got feet, right? He should have feet. Alright. This is the silhouette. Oh god, you have a sword now. Take my money. I'll give you everything I have. I have all the power. Yeah, so April's here like every single stream since the end of August. And because I know and trust April outside of the stream, I was like, hey, I might as well just mod her because she's here more than almost anyone else. If not more than anyone else. Even when she's lurking. So I figured, you know what, if anyone should be mod, it should be her, because a lot of my other mods really are either our schedules overlap or I stream when they're at work. So, and they've been mods since before I came back to Twitch from years ago. So it's just easier to like start picking new mods and stuff. And I'm gonna kind of continue with the like black outline that I was doing last time, as I immediately mess it up. I gotta remember where some of the stuff is. Also, I don't know if you can see my toolbar on this setup or not, because I did move the toolbar back onto this monitor that I'm using for this type of stream, but I don't know if the capture is, if that captures the actual toolbar or not. But if you can see my toolbar, I installed a new app, and it's a Japanese writing app, and I think it's meant for stuff like this, where like if you have either a very good hand with a mouse or a drawing pen for your tablet or computer or your mobile device, and it's for practice and quizzes, and there's like games built into it that are kind of like quizzing for writing and reading, and it's not just for the kana but for words as well, and then you can work up to some kanji, which the program that I've been using doesn't have any kanji. It's just hiragana, katakana. Do you want to give him like yellow eyes too? Do you think he has yellow eyes? I hate that I have to like use the eraser for white, but you can't scale your eraser. So like if I do eraser, it's gonna be gigantic. Like that. That's a huge eye. Oh my god, should I just give him a huge eye even though I don't think he looks like that? Yeah, let's just, it's so fucking big. Why do they not let you erase smaller? This program is so funny. I mean, it's not meant for art, but it's just so funny to me that that's the size. So I don't know if I'm gonna... Whoa, that like layered it in. Like, what the hell? Wait, what if... Hold on, gotta do a test. Okay, if I make a shape and I use like a coloring thing, because I didn't color a lot last time, but okay, it layered that, but it didn't layer this. I don't understand how that works, because it like popped it under his eyelid. I don't know if anyone else noticed that but me. That's fucking weird. But so on this program, you can invite people via like a private link to your lobby, so to speak, and you can do like community art streams. And Jonan Vasquez, who people know from like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac and from Squee and Invader Zim, on his Twitch channel, he does a lot of art streams where they all just draw on one canvas and just like talk and hang out, and it's so funny to watch like the chaos that unfurls. I feel like he's got an attitude, right? Give him a little nostril. I mean, he's got the baggy pants, so, and he's got no shirt, because, I mean, do we give him nipples? I'm gonna give him nipples. I know he doesn't have nipples, but it's Pokemon, but he's also not a mammal if he's a lizard, but I don't care. It's fantasy. I can do whatever I want, right? Is he would he be a fire type? Maybe. Would he be a hip-hop type? Also maybe. Some really crappy wrinkles for his baggy ass pants. I guess I should give him some kind of tail, right? Does he need a tail? I like him without a tail, kind of. I don't know. Yeah, I hate trying to fill this stuff. I don't know why they don't let you like layer on here. It's kind of annoying. What is this? That's sticky note. Insert menu. Yeah, there's not like layering, so it's kind of hard to color on here, which is why I haven't been. Hip-hop type. Yeah, he's a hip-hop type. Okay, so hold on. So this is supposed to be Scraggy, alright? That's Scraggy. Now, what we do here is we I need to use the mouse to move my stuff over a little bit. So this is Scraggy, and then I go online and I pull up an actual picture of Scraggy, and we see what Scraggy actually looks like. Now, I will say, I made a mistake. The nipples make you uncomfortable. Good. They should. I shouldn't have... So I was deleting every time I completed a list of things. I should archive them for future years, so I'm going to archive this after I've completed it. Now, hold on. I got to pull up my other thing, and I got to pull up the picture of Scraggy. Scraggy. Oops. Let's see. Hey, I was right with baggy pants. I was kind of right with lizard. I mean, he's kind of a lizard, right? He looks like a lizard or a dinosaur, maybe. Hold on. I'm trying to... Now, I will say, copying and pasting images in here sucks, but... Whoa. And he, like, floats in all mysteriously. Okay, we're gonna make this smaller. We don't need a giant Scraggy. Scraggy. I mean, he's got some... Look, and the pose is even kind of similar. Like, he's got his... He's, you know... mean mugging, but like also looks terrified. Okay, so that's the first one, is Scraggy. I mean, look, we weren't really far off. I mean, he's got like a little chest scale. He doesn't have like crazy coloring or like crazy pattern or flames. He's got something on his head. I don't know if it's a scale, like a spike, or I don't know what that is, but he has big eyes. So we got big eyes, even though mine looks a little bit more shady. He's mean mugging. He has little nostrils. He's kind of orangey yellow. I could have gone lighter with the color. He does have a tail, or pant fabric hanging out of his butt. He's mean mugging with his arms. He's got like the and he's got little feet, but his feet are kind of in his pants. It looks like he's wearing like footy pajamas. Okay, to be fair. No, those nipples, it's like Batman nipples, alright? Those are bat nipples right there. I will say, that's not too bad for no... I just knew baggy pants was all I knew about Scraggy. I didn't remember, like, anything else about what he looked like. And even the pose is similar. I kind of give him an MC Hammer look, you know, or MC Hammer pose. He's gonna bust a move. Okay, so that one's complete. Let me go to the suggestion box. Let me move my... So this one is from Bear, and it says, it can go for days without eating a single morsel. In the bulb on its back, it stores energy. Well, I'm going to assume that's Bulbasaur, right? Or it's a variation of Bulbasaur. It's one of the evolutions, maybe. Let me approve that post. So I set up the having to approve thing. Now, to be fair, just because I know it's Bulbasaur doesn't mean I can draw a Bulbasaur. Because I can't tell you, we talked about this on last week's stream. I used to draw the Pokemon based on the little skinny comic books that used to came out. Like, they were kind of like manga, but not quite manga. And that's also what I cosplayed based on. Like, I did a Kojiro costume. And it was based on that version of the costume, not the TV show. Last week I was sketching before I was laying down, and I might have to do that for Bulbasaur, because Bulbasaur is kind of a funky dude, right? He's got kind of like... Let me make him bigger than that. Hold on. So Bulbasaur's got kind of like a triangle-y head. And I know he's got like little nubbin ears. He's got little nubbin ears. And he has like traditional anime. Well, that's too angry for Bulbasaur. Oops. The undo feature is also very funky on this. Doesn't he have triangle eyes, or am I thinking of the wrong... Well, let's give him like big anime eyes. That doesn't look right. I don't remember what his eyes, like what shape his eyes are. Okay, so we're just gonna lay a sketch and then we'll like ink him in, because this one I at least have an idea on. And he's got little derpy feet. He's kind of turtle-esque, but not quite a turtle. It's like mixed between frog and turtle. I don't know. And then it's not terrible. I mean, listen, if I showed this to somebody and asked them what the hell this was, they would know. Right? Like, they would know based on this. Okay. So now we're gonna outline him and then we'll kind of fill him in. Oh boy. Okay. Did it? Oh, hold on. Okay, there we go. I need it to be black. That would help. Bulbasaur is a good plant friend. This maybe is like simplified Bulbasaur. I'm not gonna be able to outline that fucking tiny ass foot I made though. Who was thinking that idea when they drew it? What fool? So I saw that Breath of the Wild is like $20 off on Amazon right now, and I was so damn tempted. I'm like, bitch, we can't be doing that, but I never got to play it, and I obviously would want to. Wow, that was a horrible line. Let me do it this way. I'm also kind of drawing it like a funky angle, which with this mouse cursor is not helping me. My controller is sticky. You guys know that like whole meme of like excuses being like so stupid they don't make sense. It's kind of like that. My controller's sticky. I can't draw this line. We're just here to have fun. It doesn't matter. I'm not Bob Rossing it up in here. This is just chill Pokemon beats and really bad Pokemon meme faces. I'm gonna give him really stupid eyes. I've already decided. And I know he has like spots, but they're kind of triangular, but I can't, so these are the only colors you can pick from. You can't customize your color palette, so that's why I don't normally color them, because in here you can't really do that. So obviously Bulbasaur is like a light sea foam, kind of blue-green, and ooh, enjoy, Cap. I will live vicariously through you. So obviously we know Bulbasaur's got like a green thing on his back, a bulb, and he's got like kind of triangle-y spots. But I can't really make a color that's close to Bulbasaur, nor can I make like opacity. The closest thing you get to opacity is this, but this layers, so it's also, and you can't customize these colors either. So because it's not super close to Bulbasaur, I'm not gonna attempt. Like I can do this. That's about as good as we're gonna get because I can't change like a lot of this. We've talked about maybe making like refining some of these and making them into stickers. Also, which might be a thing in the future. Like, none of these are really close to his color. Yeah, like that's like pale green. I don't like that. Okay, well. Okay, now, for entries that are just Pokedex, reveal to me, was it Bulbasaur or was it a different Pokemon? To Bear who submitted it, and I will mark it as complete. And I will mark it as archive. Weirdly, it was Pikachu. It'd be funny if it was Pikachu. It's like, what? Pikachu has a bulb on his back all along and I never knew? So I'm going to assume it's just spelled like it sounds. Bulbasaur. Hold on. One moment. Okay, I need to pull up a picture to put with him. Doot. Bulbasaur. Did you see that animated, like, crocheted-looking Bulbasaur earlier, Bear, that was on Twitter? I think Mary posted it. Holy shit, that thing was cute as hell. I don't know if I retweeted it or if I just liked it, but I saw it and I was like, oh man. He does have triangle-y kind of eyes. I just couldn't remember. I mean, I did end up actually fairly close eye shape-wise. I just obviously gave him derpy eyes instead of... So I was tempted to fill in his ears like cat ears, like give him inner ear parts, and I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't. This is what happens if you don't give him enough sunlight, yeah. Water your Bulbasaur. Actually, let's put him over here and I'll make it a little bit smaller. Okay. So because this program is meant for like doing corporate meetings and stuff, it's a little funky with like dropping in like this is a clear backed PNG, but they show up as black, which is fucking annoying when you're trying to cram a bunch of stuff into one space. But yay. And I was right, he has like kind of angular, triangular markings. I could have given him little teeth. I won't change him after the fact. That's like I don't want to like go in and refine these. This Bulbasaur is literally the Panini version of Bulbasaur. What? No. How would, like, Panini when she had her stroke? Maybe, but... My dog's not derpy. By the way, all my Pokemon suggestions now are the most random I can think of. That's fine. Like, last stream, people dropped in both Pokedex suggestions that were so vague, you couldn't even determine what kind of animal it was, or what type it was, or if it was a big thing or a small thing. Like, the one dinosaur one was like something about its nest, and I was like, well, obviously if it's got a nest, it's either a bird or like a rat. I was like, I'm going with it, it's a rat. No, it was a fucking dinosaur. What dinosaur, giant Tyrannosaurus looking bitch, has a fucking nest? Like, what the hell? What? So, let me reopen my suggestion box window. Hold up. Alright. Okay, one of those... Good lord, if that's real, the localization team on Pokemon needs to Google things before they, Nope, I'm scared. Why is this showing as not... Okay, I see. Archived, okay. We're gonna try these two next. So, approve, and approve, and... So the next one, I'm going to scooch over. Now this is one that I have no idea. Like, to me, this sounds like... So it's Kartana with a K. And it sounds like Katana, which is a type of sword. So, I mean, Pokemon, we talked about last week, they'll make anything into a Pokemon, right? Like, there's a ring of keys. That's a floating ring of keys. That's a Pokemon. So maybe this is literally like a sword with an eyeball. So maybe if we start off with like a really bootleg ass katana, and this is the most bootleg katana you'll ever see. What if we just make it like... No, that'll look so much like a penis. Let me not do that. I just had a... Nope. How do I do this without making it look like a dildo? Shit. I mean, maybe it's like Haunter and it has like floating master hands. Doesn't need thumbs, it's a sword. What's it gonna do? Wield itself? Or maybe there's like eyeballs in the hands? Let me, hold on, I gotta move this window so I can see my chat. No, Nini's actually probably the least derpy dog I've ever had, besides maybe my old dog Bradley. Nini's actually, well, pre-stroke, Nini was probably one of the most calm, put-together dogs I knew. The only thing, she had really bad anxiety. That was the only thing that was, like, off about her before her stroke. She really was, like, mentally very smart, but like very stoic. Like she wasn't like very yappy or vocal like the other dogs. Like Gemma barks a lot, Ceviche barks a lot. Like Nini was basically mute before her stroke. Now she barks a lot, or a lot for her anyways, I should say. But yeah, she wasn't, and she's the least derpy looking of our dogs too. Like, she doesn't have, so her breed normally has very bulbous, like, pug eyes and a very smushed flat face, and she actually doesn't. She has a very boxer style face, and her eyes are fully contained, which is pretty uncommon, honestly. I think she was the only one from her litter that had really a face like that, aside from her, I want to say her mother looked like that, or one of the two parents looked like her. And each of the two that we adopted, because they're sisters, they, each one looks like the dad and one looks like the mom. So Gemma has very bulbous eyes and that are very derpy looking, and she has a very smushed face, and Panini has a very boxer face. It's very, it sticks out, it's very protruded. And I've had some derpy looking animals in my life, so Nini's probably one of the more, we always joke that Panini should have done commercials when she was younger, because she's way more attractive for her breed than, like, most of the dogs you see at, like, the dog shows and stuff. Like, it's usually the more derpy looking ones at the dog shows than it is the ones that are very built. And she's all muscle too, so she's, like, physically built very well. This is a really skinny line, but and then let's just do, can I, do we have, like, purple? Ooh, that was laggy as hell. This highlighter is, like, the biggest fucking highlighter I've ever, like... Okay, it's not really good for coloring, because it doesn't let me make it... Like, that's as skinny as it gets, and that's not very skinny. And maybe if I zoom out really far, it'll be skinny, but that's not great. Okay. Okay, that's my take on this one. So let me go to the website and pull up. If it's not a sword, I'll be mad. Or a martial, if it's not a sword or a martial art style Pokemon. What the fuck? So this is a grass steel Pokemon. It does not evolve. Okay, it looks like it's... It looks like origami. This is a fucking Pokemon? I've literally never seen this before, ever. And I've seen a lot of the Pokemon and just don't know their names. I have never seen this Pokemon. Is this, like, brand new? What the fuck is this? Well, I wasn't fucking close. I mean, technically it's got sword arms, kind of. But it's literally just a piece of origami. So, I know a lot of people, especially in the West, make fun of, like, wow, they'll make Pokemon out of anything. And I know, like, we joke about it here on the stream, because literally they do. But that's very much like a Shinto-based thing, so I understand why they do it. Especially when you, like, translate the Japanese names. So, hold on. Before I move on, I want to look up this what the Japanese name of this Pokemon is and see what it means. Because that's such a, unique idea. Hold on. This isn't even that new? Hold on. Is there, like, a loose translation? Like, is it based on anything besides just being, like, origami? Sorry, I don't normally look at, like, their actual info, but I'm trying to just... Shares type, blah blah, attacks form... Based on origami. No shit. Origami fortune teller. It looks like a chopstick wrapper. Its legs look like the wings of an origami crane. The frills and arms resemble closed paper fans. Its grass type could be based on the Kusanagi no Tsurugi, meaning grass cutting sword. Okay, so maybe that's why it's named what it's named, because it's based it's one of the 3 sacred treasures of Japan, or the fact that, so it's like the grass cutting sword. That makes sense. Okay, and it's a grass type that's named like after katakana. So its name is a portmanteau of katana, and charta, which I don't think I'm saying that correctly, which is Latin for paper. So basically sword paper. Or karuta, which is Japanese playing cards. But honestly... And also, apparently, Kartana happens to be the Sanskrit word for cutting. So it has a bunch of things behind its name, which makes sense for it to sound like sword then. Yeah, the next one is the one that I was worried about. When I saw the next one that you put in my suggestion box, I was like, oh no. Oh, there's no good way for me to take this, and I'm not going R-rated on it. Okay, well, let me mark off Kartana as done, and archive that. So if anyone's not seeing the suggestion box on screen, the second suggestion that Bear gave is a Pokemon that cannot exist because its American name is Guzzlord. Now, it's either... I can't even say it. It's only guzzling so many things, right? But we're not going X-rated with this Pokemon stream when it comes to the drawings. So, let's let me zoom out a little bit. How thin does that go? That's pretty thin. Okay. Let's go far opposite direction of what my brain wants to do, because we ain't doing that on this stream. And we're gonna lean. Oh, that's a. Let me just try to figure out the scale of which I want to do this, because I think that's too big. Maybe more like, yeah, like that. So I'm gonna go more yokai with this. And a common yokai is the paper lantern yokai, but we're gonna go, instead of making it a paper lantern, we're gonna make it like a soda can. And this would be like a ghost type, Guzzlord, and he's a Pokemon that's a yokai soda can. I'm not really sure. I mean, I guess I would have to just like give him like angry face, and then I'll just draw like he's got like Pokemon branding on him, because that's how Pokemon food works in the video game. Because we ain't drawing any of the other options that are in my head, which are not great. Let me switch back to chat from the suggestion box. Yeah, this setup is just tricky because there's so many. I have so many windows going. Yeah, I just put a cooldown period because I didn't want like one person to just come in and spam like 50 fucking Pokemon and take over the suggestion box, because I'm trying to sort it chronologically, and if I just let people like enter 20 at a time, then other people will never get theirs done. So I put a cooldown period, especially since it takes me a few minutes usually to do each one. I figured, oh yeah, like you can enter one, and then, you know, maybe by the time I'm drawing, you can enter another one. I don't remember what I set the cooldown to because I said it last week. If it's too long, I can always change it. I don't know if it shows on my end unless I go into the stats. April, you haven't hold on, let me open my window because it's being funky again. Let me refresh. It's probably just not showing me everything. Zoom out. Okay. I was gonna say you hadn't suggested anything, but I had to refresh. It wasn't gonna show me that you suggested anything. Okay, hold on. Let me approve the pending ones. Okay, all the ones that are showing as pending are now approved, so that's good. So yeah, Guzzlord. We're gonna get back to Guzzlord. So we're gonna do sort of a yokai theme. Guzzlord. I know this isn't gonna be what it is, but how you gonna give a bitch that name in a G-rated game for children? So we're gonna do a little yokai Pokemon. I kind of like this song that's playing on this mix right now. I don't know if you guys can hear the music clearly, but I'm playing a Pokemon lo-fi mix from YouTube, like the young folks do. No, I think I want to do different eyes, but I don't know what exactly I want to do for eyes. What do I want to do for eyes? Ooh, that's way too thick. Nope. Give him like Vegeta eyes. And he floats, obviously. He's not, like, walking around. Obviously, if you all knew Pokemon like I did, I'm a Pokemon master. Yeah, it sucks coloring in this app. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna look up what this motherfucker actually looks like. Nailed it. It's set to 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I can always reduce it. I just figured, like, with as long as it takes me to draw, I don't want to... My other thing is, too, that, like, by the time the stream ends, because we're already 46 minutes in and I've only done 4, that, like, by the time the stream ends, I don't want to have an inbox full of things pending. I want to try and get through a lot, or at least a lot of what people recommend, because I know, like, especially as more people come in, they want to see their suggestion drawn. So if I let people, like, spam the box, like, just all the time, because you can also suggest, like, in between streams, like, you don't have to do it just during stream. The suggestion box is always there. But, like, it also lets a variety of people, like, squeeze into the line, so to speak. Okay, we're gonna look up what this Pokemon actually looks like. That's my take on it. I don't legit think that's what it looks like, but I think that's... Whoa! What? Oh my god. So you open up... I'm on, by the way, I'm using Bulbapedia to look up the Pokemon pictures. So... Akuzi King, also known as Guzzlord in English, is a dual-type, Dark Dragon-type Pokemon, and he's from Generation 7, and he's an Ultra Beast, also known as Ultra Beast number 5 Glutton, or Gluttony in Japan. He is, well, it is genderless, or they are genderless. I don't know what Ultra Beasts are, because I never played Pokemon where that kind of stuff existed. This thing is insane. This looks like a Dungeons & Dragons monster. This doesn't look like a fucking Pokemon. Hold the fucking phone. Hold on, I'm trying to copy and get this picture over here. Look at this bitch. Why did I copy it so tiny? Hold on. Can we make this bigger so people can see for a second? Look at this fucking Pokemon if you've never seen this before. Look at this. It's got like, it's like a garbage disposal. It's got like a, it almost looks like a conveyor belt in its mouth. And then it's got like chompy bits in its anus or in the back of its throat or whatever. And it's got a bunch of arms. Didn't Matt Mercer just use this recently on Critical Role, but with a baby face instead of a monster face? And it had a bunch of tentacle things that pulled things into its mouth and ate it? Good fucking lord. I've never seen that. Well, I'd obviously nailed it. For sure. Obviously nailed that. Okay. That one was... What the hell? Well, that's terrifying. I don't even know what the hell any of this... I mean, the name makes sense. I'll give them that. Let's see. They're literally aliens from another dimension. One of his dex entries mentions despite always eating, he never leaves droppings. Oh, God. I'm kind of glad you didn't give me that one, though. You could always in the future. I probably wouldn't remember. Wow. Okay. Well, I went with Soda Can Yokai. Let me pop open the suggestion box and see what's in there. Wow. And did I mark off Guzzlord as complete and as archived? So that's done. Okay, this next one is Blip Bug, which sounds much nicer and friendlier than Guzzlord, Guzzler of Cum. Or cock. I don't even know. Hopefully there's no children in the audience. Blip Bug, huh? Blip Bug. Blip Bug sounds cute, right? It's a bug. It sounds cute. Blip is like in a blink. Quick bug. It's a quick bug. There's many types of bug. What kind of bug? Do we just go with something kind of cute? Blip Bug. Man, I'm trying to think of what kind of bug I want to, like, go for in terms of shape. Because there's so many bugs. The name was more fun to give. Yes, I mean, that is a name for sure. Yeesh. It's funny, because I was telling April earlier about, like, the localization differences between playing Animal Crossing in Japanese and the villager names in Japanese versus what they choose for them in English. Because, like, CJ, for example, the new beaver character who took over for Chip as the fishing tournament head, in Japanese, his name means Justin Beaver. Like, that's a pun. Like, that makes sense. CJ kind of just makes him sound like Chip Jr. It's never really confirmed whether he's... I don't think it's ever confirmed that he's Chip's son. So to make him CJ, essentially Chip Jr., like, instead of Justin Beaver, and he's a beaver, I don't know. I like cute Pokemon, April says. Yes, same. What kind of bug? What kind of shape do we go for here? Maybe... go for, like... like a roly-poly type bug? But then what makes it Pokemon besides that it breathes fire? Pokemon are weird. April gives the cute ones and I give the abominations. Yeah. I'm trying to think of like what kind of I don't know, like there's got to be something about him that makes him like more exciting than just being a bug, right? Because then it wouldn't be Pokemon. Or it needs to have like people arms. Maybe it needs to be like Trogdor, where it's got like one really ugly guy's hand sticking out. Yeah, maybe we'll just go Trogdor. If you don't know what Trogdor is, look it up later. Oop. Oop. This is obviously a real Pokemon. Don't fight me on this. Also, that's probably exactly what the Trogdor hand looked like, which is even funnier. He's like a pill bug, but he can beat you up. That's a Pokemon, right? That's surely a Pokemon. And he's just got some spots and stuff on him. He's seen some shit. He's just come out of battle. He ripped a dude's face off. You know Scraggy's pants? He pulled Scraggy's pants off, but it turns out Scraggy's pants aren't pants. They're just part of his body. Learned that the hard way, in the middle of the battlefield. What have you done to my Pokemon? Blame me. He sees the world as abominations. I mean, listen, I was just going to leave it as the cute pill bug, but then I couldn't think of anything to make a pill bug more interesting, so I gave it a Trogdor arm. And it's probably going to be something like like a ladybug. Oh my god, this is Griffin McElroy the Pokemon. Hold on. Hold on. I pulled up the picture. Does it evolve into something? What does it evolve into? Does it evolve? It evolves into a beetle, okay. I don't want to look because then I'll spoil myself. I just wanted to see if it had evolved into something. Okay, hold on. Alright, that's what he actually looks like. Its eyes are... I don't like its eyes. Like, the body is cute with the little bow tie and the little wormy head and stuff. That's Bliplug the Destroyer. Cousin of Trogdor. The Burninator. If anyone's just, like, joining in and seeing this as, like, the screen, they're like, what drugs are you on? Okay, that's pretty funny. Let me check that off in the suggestion box. If anyone new is lurking, you can suggest a Pokemon name or a Pokedex entry. And the info is there in chat, and we're also raising money for some nonprofits. If you would like to see more streams like this, I capture all my VODs on my Ko-fi page, so you can go there for more of this and other things, like me remaking my Animal Crossing island and fucking it up every step of the way. Okay, Bliplug is completed, and we're gonna archive that. Listen, nothing will beat Guzzlord, okay? That name... There can't be a worse English Pokemon name than Guzzlord. That's just... That name is an abomination. What time is it? It's 6 o'clock, so we've been going for about an hour. So, what I'm thinking, and you guys can let me know, those of you in chat, I'm thinking going about half an hour more on Pokemon, and then switching over to Jackbox. If you guys are interested in playing, we would play some TKO, and maybe some Drawful. I'm not leaving the lobby open to public. It's going to be for friends and mutuals only. So you can let me know in chat, friend-wise, if you're interested, because I'll ping out the lobby code in the private Discord that I have set up when we do that. But I was thinking, because I want to go until 8 if possible, and we've already been going 1 hour. So if I go an hour and a half, it would split the stream in half, basically. I can do my best. My brain is lacking in processing speed. I need to download more brain RAM. Yeah, good luck with that. I mean, to be fair, like, the bar is low. Like, we play Jackbox for fun. We don't really play it for actual, like, I'm not a competitive person. I just play it because I think it's funny. So if you're worried about, like, not being entertaining enough or, like, having witty enough art or good enough art, don't worry about it. The bar is entry level. But yeah, I think I'm going to do, like, 30 more minutes of Pokemon. And then... we'll go from there, because we've done what, 1, 2, 3, 4, we've done 5 in an hour, so you know, it's not like they go super quick, so I'll probably get like 1 or maybe 1 or 2 more done depending on what they are. So let me look at the suggestion box. Let's see. Okay, the next one I'm gonna do is do Greedent. So it sounds like greed, which, okay. But dent. Greedent. Could be a tree, like an ent. Sometimes I go at these very literally, and then sometimes I'm just like, fuck it, it's a soda can. 2 types of brain power. Alright, let me change my pen over. Maybe in... okay, see, now this is a prime example of you guys getting to watch how my brain works, at least some of the time. So, I see the word greedent, right, which is greed and ent in my brain. 2 separate things. Greedy, and an ent, which is like a tree creature. If it's a greedy tree, is that like the opposite of the giving tree? It's the taking tree? Like it's a bully tree? It's an evil tree? I don't fucking know. Can I draw an evil tree? Is that even a thing that my brain can process right now? Oh, well, it needs to be a Pokemon, so hold on. Not just a tree, but a Pokemon. And we'll give him some squiggly little... That kind of looks like something else, but okay. Got some branch toes. Do we think... Hold on. Do we think Greedent would just have... Let's go for this dark green. That's way too blobby. What happens if I make it super big? What if he's like a nice looking tree instead of like a bully looking tree? That lag on that highlighter is fucking horrible. Yeesh. The pen lag's not bad, but the fucking highlighter lag is deadly. Make him a happy little tree, but he's gonna be a scary monster. Listen, we can't really color in this app, so we're winging it. I don't know if you can layer highlighter, like other color highlighter on top. We're gonna find out though. Hopefully that's not super loud on my mic. I'm trying to be kind of soft, but I'm very heavy-handed when I draw. Hey, welcome. Hi, raiders. And thank you for raiding. We're doing about 30 more minutes of drawing Pokemon from name or Pokedex entry only. If you are interested in submitting a Pokemon name or a copied and pasted Pokedex entry, no other info, you can use this information here. You do it right in the suggestion box app on Twitch, whether you're on mobile or you're on desktop. That command right there will tell you where to find that. In 30 minutes, I'm going to switch over to friends and mutuals only Jackbox, but you guys can be in the audience if you want to stick around. And that's kind of what we're up to today. This is the art so far that we've gone for. As you can see, I've done very well for myself in terms of the drawings. Also, did the alert show up for raid? Because I did not hear audio for it, if it did. Or, oh no, because, I don't think Twitch does alerts for small raids, right? I think they only do alerts for big raids now, or something? Well, either way, I didn't hear audio. If there was audio, I missed it. Make sure my alerts are turned on. It did an alert. Okay, I didn't hear it. That's strange. I'll fix that later. Because I never heard a sound. Why didn't I hear a sound is a question. Everything's turned on. That's so weird. Do I have... Let me look at this. Hold on. I like to troubleshoot before I forget. Hopefully this isn't going to be loud. I'm going to... Why doesn't it let me do that? That's so weird. You heard it. I didn't hear it. What the heck? Listen here, OBS. You need to be telling me when things happen. Where is my alert box on here? Yeah, it should have shown up. That's so very weird. Let me turn down this music on my end. Maybe the music's too loud. And I couldn't hear it over the music. Thought I had the music pretty quiet. Okay, well that's strange. I don't know why it didn't play on my end. I have my headphones on. I didn't hear it. But thank you nonetheless. Alright, we're gonna get back to this evil tree that I'm drawing. Or this happy tree. I haven't decided. Pokemon don't need thumbs, right? Because they're Pokemon. Now, I could give them eyes down here like a Kirby tree. Or I can give him creepy yokai eye, which I think I'm gonna do. Let's do green, and let's make it a little bit blue. What color? Let's do, we'll do black for the, let's do a little bit in the center. And then I want to do I had to adjust the music. If it's too quiet, you can let me know. I will have to troubleshoot and figure. Actually, I'm gonna send out a test notification just to see if my alerts are actually making sounds on my end. I heard that. Why didn't I hear the other thing? Okay. I'm just losing my marbles. Don't mind me. So yeah, we're gonna do like till 6:30 Eastern time, just a little bit less than like 20 minutes. So probably this one and maybe one more, and then switch over to Jackbox if anyone in the lobby is ready. Me, I don't color these because it takes too long on this app. Me coloring this eyeball for 30 minutes. Okay, I can't color it super tediously, or we'll be here literally all night. Why did it just undo my stroke? What the heck? See, this is what I'm talking about. It's layering in some places, but then not layering in others, and I don't get that. Well, I want to fix this eye, but it's not letting me. That doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. I want it to kind of be like hair, but also kind of like leaves. Like it's pushing the green under the yellow. I don't get how it chooses how to layer your colors. This app is not for coloring. But oh well. We can't color it, but we're just gonna push through anyways. Stop hovering, Lord. Okay. His dad is Sauron and his mom is an End. I mean, yep. I don't know. I actually really... So, like, as a loose sketch, like, I actually like the concept a lot. I might have... So, like the Kappa from TKO, this guy might need to make an appearance along with the frog from last week. There's been some... I've been coming up with some decent things that I actually like as standalone things. Okay, so hold on. I need to open up the Bulbapedia and look up what this thing looks like for real. Oh my god. Well, one could live in the other. It's a squirrel. I'm not sure where the Ent comes in. Greed can make sense for a squirrel because they, like, take, you know, like, food and things like that, but Ent, what is the Ent from? I gotta, hold on, I like to look at the origins of some of the names when they don't make sense to me. Where is the etymology of this name origin? Okay, yes. Based on a Eurasian red squirrel, endangered in Great Britain, Greedent may be a combination of greed and rodent, and its Japanese name is literally Yokubari, greed, and risu, squirrel, which is Yokubarisu. So its name is literally greed squirrel in Japanese. And in English, it's greed rodent, but greed dent. Like, okay. That makes more sense. Practically twins. I agree. I very much agree, Christella. This was an Ent who was a bit too close to Isengard when it all went wrong. Yep. Okay, so I think, let me open up the suggestion box, and make sure we mark off Greedent as complete and archived. And let me refresh the suggestion box. Hey, that Lucario... Okay, so if anyone new is in chat, I'm going to pop up last week's drawing real quick, and y'all can see where shit went wild last week. Whoa, it zoomed in a lot. Hold on. Oh no! Don't move my... Don't... Put him back. So this was last week's batch. Some of them, I was like, okay. Like, the Pikachu is a practice. No, there was a practice. We don't count those. But, like, the Tyranitar wasn't based on the name. It was based on the Pokedex entry. And it talked about hoarding things to its nest and stuff. And being a destroyer. And I'm like, well, it's just an overpowered rodent. And then the same thing kind of goes with the Lucario one. It was by sees all auras, is psychic and understands English. And then there was like a garbage one that was like, it was a toxic garbage bag that gained sentience or something. And I'm like, listen, some are closer than others. Some are closer than others. Why is it showing my... why is it showing my suggestion box as empty? That should not be right. Okay, there we go. My box was weird. So yeah, so this was last week's drawings, and I also post the drawings on my Ko-fi. So let's go back to tonight's, and we'll do one more. Let me look at the ones in the suggestion box, and I'm gonna pick one and go from there. So let's go with its membranes. Let it pick out foes' weak points, so it can precisely blast them with water that shoots from its fingertip. So that's kind of specific. Shoots from its fingertip. So a membrane and a fingertip. And it shoots water. So we know it's got some kind of water ability, if not fully water type. We're going to try and squeeze it down here towards the bottom, I think. Water fingertip. Oh my god. Membrane. I don't know how to draw it because I've never drawn it, but I'm going full in on this one. I don't know if I'm gonna do... Should I do the... I guess I can. Hold on. I need a little bit more space. Now, I don't know what Pokemon this is, but I'm literally just guessing that it's that really sassy, what I call the taco of Pokemon, which is Sobble's evolution, and I don't know its name, but it's a water type, and it's got fingers, and it's kind of a lizard creature, so it's got membrane, I guess. I guess technically it would have, hold on. Wow, that's a blob. A toddler just drew that. And then left the room. Okay. That's gonna be the quickie of the night. That's gonna be the quick draw of the night. Cap, confirm or deny, what Pokemon was this that you suggested via Inteleon? Okay, hold on. I don't know what that is, so I gotta look it up. Inteleon. Hey, I was right. I just drew it, kind of blobby. But, okay. This is the Justin McElroy Taco Pokemon. And so when they introduced that gen of Pokemon, I was like, oh, I'm in love with Sobble. Like, I even have a little Sobble plushie that a friend sent me. I think Sobble is so fucking cute, even though I never got to play the game. And then I saw its evolution, and I was like, I just hear Justin McElroy doing Taco's voice. That's it. This is a 1-to-1 right here, baby. I mean, that's as close as we're gonna get, besides maybe the Bulbasaur. Oh, it has like a little cape. I didn't give it a cape. But it's sassy, it's kind of squiggly, it's got a long-ass tail. I mean... Oh, it did have like normal feet. I thought it had more like chameleon feet, because I know that Sobble has chameleon feet. Which is why I chose to change the feet. Well, I had the right idea. Yeah, it's the Taco of Pokemon. Yeah, but that's the voice I hear in my head, is it being like Taco from the Adventure Zone. So, hey, that one's actually not too bad for just going by membrane and water and fingertip. Because I didn't even know its name. I've just seen it. And I'm like, it's that gay lizard with the cape. And I forgot the cape. But I got the fringe on the head. I remembered that. I kind of thought it was multicolored, but it's almost like it's wearing like a suit and pants. I think it's weird when they choose to make Pokemon look like they're wearing clothes, but they're not wearing clothes. They're just patterned like that. I think that's kind of strange, but whatever. Okay, it's 6:20. We're gonna zoom out on the screen for a second here. And here's the deal. I'm going to... Well, first off, I need to export this. Well, I'll export it later. It's fine. It'll be there. It auto-saves. So, if you guys have never used this before, this is Microsoft Whiteboard. You can get it on iOS. You can get it on desktop. You can get it on mobile. It's free. You just need an email account that links to Microsoft. So, if you have a Gmail account, you can just use that. That's what I use. And it's free totally. And you can link and share your desktop with other people, and you can all draw on the same screen. So this is a program that I got specifically for these types of low art level streams, and also for in the future when we possibly do like communal drawing streams. It's easier because everyone can access it as compared to, say, Photoshop, where not everyone can afford Photoshop or can afford a subscription to an art program. And this is kind of low computing power, so it's not too bad. 620 blaze it, yeah, exactly. I'm going to make sure everything in the suggestion box is approved, because they will be there until next time, and we will go through them, because we're going to keep doing these Pokemon drawing streams. But I'm going to cut them off for now, so if you suggest any more, it won't get done tonight, but it will get done in the future. Usually these streams fall on Thursday nights, but sometimes it changes. You can follow me on Twitter if you want to know. We're going to switch over to Jackbox. To my friendos in chat, are any of you interested in joining Jackbox? I'm going to go drop. And also, I think we'll start with TKO, and then we'll move to Drawful afterwards. Because TKO kind of goes kind of quick, it feels, and it's also kind of fun with even only a few people. And then we'll switch over to that. We'll do Jackbox probably for like an hour and a half, if anyone, if people are here for it anyways. I need to change the stream info, and I need to feed my dogs So we'll take a quick, like, switch over break while I switch over the screens and everything and take care of the doggos, and we'll be right back with Jackbox. If you're in the Discord, it's more intensive while still on shift. Okay, well, we'll be going for a while, so you know, when we switch over to, maybe can you do Drawful, or is that up there as well? Because, like, I would do Drawful first and then switch over to TKO later if you want, because if we're going to go until, like, 8, like an hour and a half, it doesn't make a difference to me what order we do it in. I'm going to drop, when I get the codes, I'm going to drop them in the Discord, so whoever's on can join, and if it's just a few of us, you might be able to do, yeah, so we'll start with Drawful, and then, we'll switch over to TKO afterwards. So I'll be back in, like, probably, like, 2 minutes. It's not going to be long. I just need to switch over all the software and the screen and take care of dogs. Thank you for joining me for Pokemon, and we'll be right back.